Okay, in this video we want to give a brief overview of the inner workings in a Black Forest soldier clock. And this overview hopefully will just give you a better understanding on how this clock works. Maybe have a greater appreciation for another fine example of Black Forest horology. You see, looking at the back of this soldier clock, you can see the movement on this example looks pretty typical, just like a normal cuckoo clock movement. Cast brass plates, pen movement, just in the typical lyre form. But as you notice to the right, there is an extra arm not found on most cuckoo clocks. And we removed the pendulum from this clock just so you could see the action better. This is a very slow action on the automation, and with the pendulum on, it's kind of like watching paint dry. So we decided to remove it, and you could actually see what's going on. But as the clock ticks, you can see that arm makes a revolution, and a little post on the end of that arm engages another wire that comes down and it has a pivot point right here at the bottom of the movement. And so what ends up happening is the clockwork takes a round and round motion, and it ends up converting it to a front and back motion at the bottom of the case. You can see what's going on there. I'll just back up. As that arm turns round and round, you see at the very bottom it ends up moving that wire at the bottom of the movement left to right. And what that does, that engages another little mechanism down here. We have an iron post that runs between the plates of the movement, and it pivots right here as well. And you can see this shaft extends through the front plates of the clock. Let me spin this around and you can see it here. Okay, and on the end of that post you can see we have a soldier. So once again, as that arm moves round and round on the movement, it moves that arm left to right, which on the front of the clock, which is in the form of a castle with two turrets, is a soldier, and that causes the soldier to march back and forth between his posts as he guards the clock case. And the third little part of the mechanism, we'll kind of look down and you can see it's a real simple mechanism. All that happens is when that soldier reaches the end of its post, it engages a little wire that's mounted at the bottom of the case, and that spins him and makes him do a 180. So that's it. It's a very basic, simple automation, just by adding an extra post to the back of a typical cuckoo movement, and some really simple linkage going down to the bottom of the case. You're able to get a pretty interesting little automation there where that soldier marches back and forth. Not all examples are equipped with a cuckoo, but this example is. And so on top of the soldier, which is an automation ran off the times train or the escapement, there you go, perfect timing. We also have a cuckoo, which also calls the hour. We'll spin it back around one more time here. You can see it in action, and that's basically it. We just have some linkage to the bottom that moves that soldier left to right, which is ran off another arm in the movement. And then obviously, just like a normal cuckoo clock, got a pair of bellows and a bird that gets pushed through the door. So that's the basic workings of a Black Forest soldier clock, not super complex. This is the most traditional movement. There is another type of movement and some other variations on the soldier clock that use more complex wheels and other mechanics, but this is the most traditional form and the example that you'll see most common. For more rare Black Forest clocks, you could check out our website, which is blackforestclocks.org, and we're always looking to add additional interesting pieces, whether they're automated or musical, of Black Forest clocks to our collection. So if you have anything that you think we'd be interested in, give us an email, and we hope to see you on our website.